I've heard a few things thrown around the office. I've heard some other names thrown out there, so I'll name some real quick for you, and you can kind of talk a little bit about what they are. You know, what kind of gets the player in the zone and what you can do to get them out of the zone. I heard like rack them up is one of those flying around here in the office.
Yeah, rack 'em up is the zone ability for rack catch, essentially rack catch specialist. This player is going to excel at using the rack catch mechanic, and when he's making rack catches, if he's single covered while in the zone, he is going to be very successful at catching contested catches and hanging on first hits when using rack catch. And again, that's something that player is going to have to earn via in-game objectives, make a certain number of catches for a certain amount of yardage, and also be able to get knocked out by the defense. Either, you know, you could go for a user interception if you want to lurk, or you can do a catch tackle knockout, knock the ball out, cause a drop or an incompletion. That's another way to knock that guy out of the zone.
Got it. Another one that I heard was first one free.
First one free. Yeah, that's a running back zone ability. So if you get a set amount of rushes for a good amount of yards, let's, for example, say you're going to need 4 rushes for 45 yards to get in the zone or something like that, then your next attempt at a juke spin or hezi move is going to give you a very high chance of a fake out. Again, same thing. First one free can be knocked out if you tackle that ball carrier for a loss of yards or cause a fumble via hit stick. He will lose his zone ability and then have to re-earn that over the course of the game or the next game. Before we get into the details, I want to make clear the difference between superstar abilities and zone abilities. So like I said, zone abilities are something you have to earn with an in-game objective, and those objectives are going to be dynamic based on the game style you're playing on. So they're going to be harder on competitive than they are arcade. Superstar abilities are always available and going to be used situationally. So now we can jump into fast break. Escape artist. We'll cover fast break in a second. So escape artist is the scramble ability used on mobile quarterbacks. And this is going to give those players elite speed and agility when scrambling on passing plays behind the line of scrimmage. These things are going to be there the entire game. You don't have to earn them, and you can't knock them out of that, but there are going to be counters built in. Another gameplay teaser, so we did a lot of work on QB contain, and that is the counter to this ability. So if you want to keep this really fast guy in the pocket, like Lamar Jackson, you're going to want to use your QB contains, you're going to want to use your QB spies, and there's also going to be an increased risk of fumbling with these scrambling quarterbacks.
Got it. Okay. Fast break. I know you talked about that just recently. Before we went ahead and talked about escape artists. What's going on with fast break?
Yeah, fast break is pretty cool as well. It's the running version of escape artist. So on designed quarterback run plays, and that's important because, like I said, these are situational. So you're going to need a playbook that supports the type of players you have on your team. Okay. On designed quarterback run plays, the fast break ability is going to give the quarterback immediate ball carrier control, meaning the second that you receive the snap, you can go any direction you want. You're not going to be locked into the direction of the play. You can run left, right, outside, inside. And because of that ability, that's going to give a delay in the read and react time of the defense. So it's going to allow you a little bit more time to decide which lane you want to run through. And again, the same type of counters are there. You're going to have a higher risk of fumble. You're going to also drain your stamina while doing these things.
So last but not least, superstar ability. Let's talk about enforcer, and then we'll go ahead and give people an example of our cover athlete, like what's going on with his zone abilities and his superstar abilities.
Enforcer is another cool ability. It's a defensive ability, and very simply will not allow broken hit sticks. So when you're using this player, regardless of the size or speed of the player that he's hit sticking, guy Bobby Wagner has this, Harrison Smith from the Vikings. Currently, again, all fluid, not set in stone, but when you hit stick with this player, he's not going to allow broken hit stick tackles.
Got it. So at the end of the day, just run for my life.
Yeah. Avoid this player.
Yeah.
So Scan's standing in the background right now. He wants me to mention something, so I'll mention it for him. Another teaser for gameplay. We're doing gameplay here in a couple weeks, but we've also reworked how hit sticks work. So there's more broken hit sticks globally. We're really focusing on the ratings matchup and the weight and the momentum of the players in hit sticks, which is going to make abilities like this more valuable. So you're going to want the enforcer if you're a big hit stick player. Otherwise, you do risk having more broken hit sticks.
you.